Welcome, respected friends. Vedic chanting, mantra dhyam, common sense thought, Shanti, Guru Parampara mantras, Sankalpa for the Sanatana Dharma, universal spirituality, chanting of Upanishadic mantras, studying Upanishad with Bhashyam. These are the 7 sadhanas we are doing every day. In the Upanishadic study, it is Shwethashwathara. Almost we are through. The last but one sloka, one or two lines. Having done them, we will do the last sloka today, tomorrow. Thus, this the Upanishad will end, giving us a chance to start another beautiful Upanishad, Chandogya. Studying daily Upanishads is the means. Through that, understanding the goal and means is the goal. May this be soon achieved by us. May Parabrahma Ishvara Jaganmata Devatagana Gurugana Shastragana Nirantara Krupa be on all of us all the time. May our Vyaktitva Vikasa truly happen and we developing ourselves this way with the guidance received consciously. Enjoy the efforts put. May our Lokasevakadi, all layers of our perfected individuality be perfected day by day, thus ensuring our spiritual unfoldment, also seeing that our presence is an asset to the world. Welcome, respected great sadhakas. In our first sadhana of Vedic chanting today, a beautiful 7 mantras in this Vedic Suktam. It is PRATAH Prarthana Suktam. All devatas early in the morning are respected, prayed. In fact, in many of the ashramas, this is taken for their chanting. All devatas. Okay. In this, the Rishi is Atharva. Then, as said in the mantras, Agni, Indra, Bhaga. Then, variety of the Vayu, Varuna, all of them are the devatas. They are prayed in this mm, Sukta. So, the ones who want Medhas, memory of all the Shastra Jnana, Varchas of doing the sadhana, and grace of these devatas, every day they can chant this mantra. Here we are saying early morning, I am inviting Agni and Indra, Mitra and Varuna, Ashwini devatas, and also the Bhaga devata, one of the 12 Adityas. Then also the Brahmanaspati. Then Somadeva, Rudradeva. Everybody important. Dikpalakas, Adhisthana Devatas are prayed. Then let the Ugra Devata, Aditi Putra Bhaga Devata be reaching here as invited by us. Give us the Varchaha. Then that Bhagadeva is a Sarva Poshaka. So everyone, for whatever their any type of riches required, pray to that Bhagadevata. His name itself is Bhaga. Bhaga is Sarva Aishwarya. So everybody in the world should and are worshipping that Bhagadeva. He may be a Raja, person of low position. He may be a rich person or a poor person. O Bhagadeva, you are the leader of the entire universe. You are endowed with the truthfulness. Make my this stuti, my praise, fruitful. Give me Medha Shakti. Give me all Sampada, the Go Sampada, Ashwa Sampada, Pashu Sampada, Dhanakanaka Sampada. So too the Putra, the Pautra, importantly the Bhrutya Varga, those who help us, you know, the helping people, helpers. So too, by your grace, may we always be with Subhaga, Saubhagya. Then, Sayankala, Madhyana Kala, Udaya Kala, O Indra, May we worship you and Surya Bhagavan, and by their grace we get Sadbuddhi. In that Sadbuddhi, we recognize their contribution and we make right use of them. So too, O Bhagadeva, with you being fully rich, by your grace may we also become rich in all the required things. So me and all these noble beings are again and again calling you, worshipping you. Therefore, in this life's business and business of life, give all the successes. So too, let the Usho Devatas be coming for this yajna which I am doing. Then let these Usha Devatas bring that Bhagadeva in the chariot soon to me and see that he blesses me. So too, these Usho Devatas becoming Ashavati, Gomati, Veeravati, uh, see to it that the place where I stay is always having one or the other divine activities continuously. So may this Usho Devatas bless us with all the swasti when we are praying to them with these swasti mantras. And then this Udaka Shah, whatever the Udaka Prokshanams we are doing, may they become pleased with us and bless us. So here, Sarva Devata Prarthana in the Vedic language, Indra, Varna, Vayu, Agni, Bhaga, Pusha, and Dosho Devatas. Same are the ones in Krishna Rama Rupa. Any Devata Rupa, whatever you like. All of them are portfolios to run the show of the world by one divine Paramatma only. So when we are in tune with them, see, the vision of all rishis is to see the powers beyond what are obviously seen. Obviously we see ourselves and the world around us, but behind that there is something divine continuously active. Their drishti is on them, and they know without them nothing of this can work. That's why they are always in prayerful tune to those divine devatas. It's a beautiful vision it is, an evolved intellect it is. Ours is not so. For us, the things and beings around alone are true, real, and from them only we want something or the other. We forget or even do not know that these beings are means. The giver is the divine, and he gives depending on our prayers and our deservability. Isn't it? In so far of the mantras you have seen, from last 2 3 months we are chanting now. Every time it is Devata worship only is done. And while worshipping, the invocation of grace is done for oneself and the beings around. We don't see any time. In those prayers, there is a dependency on the beings around. Even if the help from the world around required, again for that the Devata alone is prayed. You bless so that my family, my friend circle, my colleagues are in tune with me, we work together. So the divine alone is asked more than the individual is poked. We forget it. We go on piercing, poking, contacting, touching, and fighting with the individuals only. Always in that mode of quarrel and struggle, demanding our own rights, etc. This approach was not there in the Vedic period. There the approach is, है ना, अगर भगवान अनुग्रह करते हैं, परमात्मा का कृपा है, तो everything falls in right place. All that is required for me of any resources, whether it is material resources or human resources, the divine will send. That's what their vision. So they are all seeking divinity only. Good enough? Now let us do it. 7 mantras. Learn it and chant it 2 times today also. Maybe few days every day because it is Pratah. प्रार्थना। ओम सर्वदेवतानुग्रहेण जीवन साफल्यार्थम अथर्वण वेदांतर्गत प्रातः प्रार्थना सूक्तम्। ओम प्रातरग्निं प्रातरिंद्रं हवामहे। ओम प्रातरग्निं प्रातरिंद्रं हवामहे। प्रातर्मित्रावरुणा प्रातरश्विना। प्रातर्मित्रावरुणा प्रातरश्विना। प्रातर्भगं पूषणं ब्रह्मणस्पतिं। प्रातर्भगं पूषणं ब्रह्मणस्पतिं। प्रातः सोममुत रुद्रं हवामहे। प्रातः सोममुत रुद्रं हवामहे। ओम प्रातरग्निं प्रातरिंद्रं हवामहे। प्रातर्मित्रावरुणा प्रातरश्विना। प्रातर्भगं पूषणं ब्रह्मणस्पतिं। प्रातः सोममुत रुद्रं हवामहे। ओम प्रातरग्निं प्रातरिंद्रं हवामहे। प्रातर्मित्रावरुणा प्रातरश्विना। प्रातर्भगं पूषणं ब्रह्मणस्पतिं। प्रातः सोममुत रुद्रं हवामहे। सेकंड, प्रातर्जितं भगमुग्रं हवामहे। प्रातर्जितं भगमुग्रं हवामहे। वयं पुत्रमदितेर्यो विधर्ता। वयं पुत्रमदितेर्यो विधर्ता। आद्रश्चिद्यं मन्यमानस्तुरश्चिद्। आद्रश्चिद्यं मन्यमानस्तुरश्चिद्। राजा चिद्यं भगं भक्षेत्याह। राजा चिद्यं भगं भक्षेत्याह। प्रातर्जितं भगमुग्रं हवामहे। वयं पुत्रमदितेर्यो विधर्ता। आद्रश्चिद्यं मन्यमानस्तुरश्चित्। राजा चिद्यं भगं भक्षेत्याह। प्रातर्जितं भगमुग्रं हवामहे। वयं पुत्रमदितेर्यो विधर्ता। आद्रश्चिद्यं मन्यमानस्तुरश्चित्। राजा चिद्यं भगं भक्षेत्याह। थर्ड, भग प्रणेतर्भग सत्यराधो। भग प्रणेतर्भग सत्यराधो। भगे मां धियमुदवाददन्नः। भगे मां धियमुदवाददन्नः। भग प्रणो जनय गोभिरश्वैर। भग प्रणो जनय गोभिरश्वैर। भग प्रनृभिर्नृवन्तः स्याम। भग प्रनृभिर्नृवन्तः स्याम। भग प्रणेतर्भग सत्यराधो। भगे मां धियमुदवाददन्नः। भग प्रणो जनय गोभिरश्वैर। भग प्रनृभिर्नृपन्तः स्याम। भग प्रणेतर्भग सत्यराधो। भगे मां धियमुदवाददन्नः। भग प्रणो जनय गोभिरश्वैर। भग प्रनृभिर्नृवन्तः स्याम नृपन्तः स्याम। फोर्थ, उतेदानीं भगवन्तः स्याम। उतेदानीं भगवन्तः स्याम। उत प्रपित्व उत मध्ये अह्नाम्। उत प्रपित्व उत मध्ये अह्नाम्। उतोदितो मघवन् सूर्यस्य। उतोदितो मघवन् सूर्यस्य। वयं देवानां सुमतौ स्याम। वयं देवानां सुमतौ स्याम. May we be always having sumati towards the devatas, means bhakti shraddha. उतेदानीं भगवन्तः स्याम। उत प्रपित्व उत मध्ये अह्नाम्। उतोदितो मघवन् सूर्यस्य। वयं देवानां सुमतौ स्याम। उतेदानीं भगवन्तः स्याम। उत प्रपित्व उत मध्ये अह्नाम्। उतोदितो मघवन् सूर्यस्य। वयं देवानां सुमतौ स्याम। फिफ्थ, भग एव भगवान् अस्तु देवः। भग एव भगवान् अस्तु देवः। तेन वयं भगवन्तः स्याम। तेन वयं भगवन्तः स्याम। तन्त्वा भग सर्व इज्जो हवीमि। तन्त्वा भग सर्व इज्जो हवीमि। स नो भगपुर एता भवेह। स नो भगपुर एता भवेह। भग एव भगवान् अस्तु देवः। तेन वयं भगवन्तः स्याम। तन्त्वा भगः सर्व इज्जो हवीमि। स नो भगपुर एता भवेह। भग एव भगवान् अस्तु देवः। तेन वयं भगवन्तः स्याम। तन्त्वा भग सर्व इज्जो हवीमि सनो भगपुर एता भवेह 6 समध्वरायोषसो नमस्त समध्वरायोषसो नमस्त नमन्त दधिक्रावे व शुचये पदाय दधिक्रावे व शुचये पदाय अर्वाचीनं वसुविदं भगं मे अर्वाचीनं वसुविदं भगं मे रथमिवाश्वावाजिन आवहन्तौ रथमिवाश्वावाजिन आवहन्तौ समध्वरायोषसो नमन्त दधिक्रावे व शुचये पदाय अर्वाचीनं वसुविदं भगं मे रथमिवाश्वावाजिन आवहन्तो समध्वरायोषसो नमन्त दधिक्रावे न शुचये पदाय अर्वाचीनं वसुविदं भगं मे रथमिवाश्वावाजिन आवहन्तो सेवन्तु अश्वावतीर्गोमतीर्न उषसो अश्वावतीर्गोमतीर्न उषसो वीरवतीः सदमुच्छन्तु भद्राः वीरवतीः सदमुच्छन्तु भद्राः घृतं दुहाना विश्वतः प्रपिता घृतं दुहाना विश्वतः प्रपिता यूयं पात स्वस्तिभिः सदा नः यूयं पातः स्वस्तिभिः सदा नः अश्वावतीर्गोमतीर्न उषसो वीरवतीः सदमुच्छन्तु भद्राः घृतं दुहाना विश्वतः प्रपिता यूयं पात स्वस्तिभिः सदा नः अश्वावतीर्गोमतीर्न उषसो वीरवतीः सदमुच्छन्तु भद्राः घृतं दुहाना विश्वतः प्रपिता यूयं वात्पातः स्वस्तिभिः सदा नः ॐ शान्तिः 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 2 times ॐ अतः प्रातः प्रार्थना ॐ प्रातरग्निं प्रातरिन्द्रं हवामहे प्रातर्मित्रावरुणा प्रातरश्विना प्रातर्भगं भूषणं ब्रह्मणस्पतिं प्रातः सोममुत रुद्रं हवामहे प्रातर्जितं भगमुग्रं हवामहे वयं पुत्रमदितेर्यो विधर्ता आध्रश्चिद्यं मन्यमानस्तुरश्चित् राजा चिद्यं भगं भक्षेत्याह भगप्रणेतर्भगसत्यराधो भगे मां धियमुदवाददन्नः भगप्रणो जनय गोभिरश्वैर्भगप्रनृभिर्नृवन्तः स्याम उतेदानीं भगवन्तः स्यामोत प्रपित्व उत मध्ये अह्नाम् उतोदितौ मघवन् सूर्यस्य वयं देवानां सुमतौ स्याम भग एव भगवान् अस्तु देव तेना वयं भगवन्तः स्याम तन्त्वा भगः सर्व इज्जो हवीमि स नो भगपुर एता भवेह समध्वरायोषसो नमन्त दधिक्रावेव शुचये पदाय अर्वाचीनं वसुविदं भगं मे रथमिवाश्वावाजिन आवहन्तो अश्वावतीर्गोमतीर्न उषसो वीरवतीः सदमुच्छन्तु भद्राः घृतं दुहाना विश्वतः प्रपिता यूयं पात स्वस्तिभिः सदा नः ॐ शान्तिः 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 once more ॐ प्रातरग्निं प्रातरिन्द्रं हवामहे प्रातर्मित्रावरुणा प्रातरश्विना प्रातर्भगं भूषणं ब्रह्मणस्पतिं प्रातः सोममुदरुद्रं हवामहे प्रातर्जितं भगमुग्रं हवामहे वयं पुत्रमदितेर्यो विधर्ता आद्रश्चिद्यं मन्यमानस्तुरश्चिद् राजाचिद्यं भगं भक्षेत्याह भगप्रणेतर्भगसत्यराधो भगे मां धियमुदवाददन्नः भगप्रणो जनय गोभिरश्वैर्भगप्रनृभिर्नृवन्तः स्याम उतेदानीं भगवन्तः स्याम उत प्रपित्व उत मध्ये अह्नाम् उतोदितौ मघवन् सूर्यस्य वयं देवानां सुमतौ स्याम भग एव भगवान् अस्तु देवः तेना वयं भगवन्तः स्याम तन्त्वा भग सर्व इज्जो हवीमि स नो भगपुर एता भवेह समध्वरायोषसो नमन्त दधिक्रावेव शुचये पदाय अर्वाचीनं वसुविदं भगं मे रथमिवाश्वावाजिन आवहन्तो अश्वावतीर्गोमतीर्न उषसो वीरवतीः सदमुच्यन्तु भद्राः घृतं दुहाना विश्वतः प्रपिता यूयं पात स्वस्तिभिः सदा नः ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. In this way, our beautiful Vedic mantras invoking the divine Kripa. Revel in that daily, keep on doing it. Make an adat of chanting the Veda mantras anunitya. We are learning newer and newer ones only to know that such hundreds and hundreds of them are existing, given to us by the Rishi Parampara. Available in print today, non-available, gone into Lupta Sthiti. How many thousands must be? Isn't it? Then so many Pancha Suktas, Dasha Suktams, plenty of them are there. Just have the spiritual knowledge about the presence of one divine beyond, behind everything, and invoking him only through various names and forms of the Devatas for our maintenance, for our evolution, etc. Right? Now the second aspect of mantra dhyanam. Gayatri mantras, maybe couple of more days. I'm just seeing how many are there. Maximum we should cover. So in the Pancha Bhautika Devatas, the Prithvi Gayatri recently we have done. Varuna Gayatri also so many times has come. Agni Gayatri we have done. Vayu Gayatri we did. Prana Gayatri the other day. Akasha Gayatri we have not done so far. So today the Akasha Devata Gayatri mantra. And it is the Akasha because of which, in which all the other things are there. Anantagoti Brahmandas are there. You and I are there. This earth is there on which we are there. Mine is the Akasha. Where do we stay? It's the Akasha which is giving Avakash. So we have to be thankful to that Akasha Devata. At a little higher level, that Akasha grossified alone is Vayu. Vayu is further grossified alone is Agni. Agni is further grossified is Jala. Jala is Prithvi. So all these four Mahamuttas, in them as substratum or Atman, they have the Akasha Devata. So therefore today we worship the Akasha Devata through this Gayatri mantra. Again, study Vedanta, study our Yoga Vasama Ramayana. We were exhaustively told this Akasha also is three types. One is the Sthula Bhuta Akasha, which is supporting all the Panchamahabhuta Sthula made world of names and forms, which is in front of us. Ye sab Akashi hai. I am in the Akasha, you are in the Akasha. Same way, there is Chitta Akasha, the space, mental space, mind space. In that, the Chitta Jagat of the Vrittis, thoughts are there. All the thoughts are in the Chitta Akasha. Then there is a third one, the ultimate, the reality, Chidakash. Pure consciousness, nothing other than it. That is the actual, absolute reality. So, Akasha Deva, in all these forms, we worship. At the gross level, we'll worship, asking that in this Bhuta Akasha, all the Pancha Bhautika made beings be favorable, convenient to us. There's nobody, nothing which is against us, troubling us. At the Chittakasha level, we'll pray to the Chittakasha Devata that the entire Chitta Vrittis be of a great, great asset to myself and the world. Stula Sukshma Jagats. Pray that way. Chittakashas, Chitta Vrittis be properly Niruddha. Only positive Aklishta Vrittis should be there always. Chidakasha Rupi Akasha, we pray that may we realize our oneness with you. I am Chidakash. So this way, keep it in mind. Then that Akasha Devata is Parabrahma Paramatma Ishvaraha Anugraha Karaka. In this way, keeping in mind the Akasha Devata, we do the Prarthana. So the Prarthana is Om Sarva Vyapakaya Vidmahe. Okay. Then Sarva Vyapakaya Vidmahe Bhutanathaaya Dhimahi. He is the one who is the supporter of all of us. Tanno Akashaha Prachodayat. Okay. Sarvavyapakaya Bhutanathaya Tanno Akashaha. Wonderful. 16 times. Om Sarvavyapakaya Vidmahe Bhutanathaaya Dhimahi Tanno Akashaha Prachodayat. Here Bhuta means the Panchamahabhutas, the Chatur Mahabhutas at the gross level, the Sukshma Vrityatmaka Bhutas at the subtle level, and at the ultimate reality level. Without reality, nothing is there. Therefore, he is the definitely the final Bhutanatha. Om Sarvavyapakaya Vidmahe Bhutanathaya Dhimahi Tanno Akashaha Prachodayat. Om Sarvavyapakaya Vidmahe Bhutanathaya Dhimahi Tanno Akashaha Prachodayat. Om Sarvavyapakaya Vidmahe Bhutanathaya Dhimahi Tanno Akashaha Prachodayat. Om Sarvavyapakaya Vidmahe भूतनाथाय धीमहि तन्नो आकाशः प्रचोदयात्. ॐ सर्वव्यापकाय विद्महे 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 भूतनाथाय धीमहि तन्नो आकाशः प्रचोदयात्. ओम परब्रह्मस्वरूप सर्वव्यापकः सर्वाधिष्ठानरूप आकाशदेवताय नमः. ध्यायामि आवाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि. समस्तशक्त्योपचार भक्त्योपचार राजोपचार देवोपचारान् समर्पयामि. छत्रचामर नृत्यगीतादीन् समर्पयामि. स्तोत्रेण जपेन कीर्तनादिना भजनादिना तोषयामि समर्पयामि. ओम श्री आकाश परब्रह्मणे नमः. तव चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये प्रार्थयामि. ओम आकाश देवताय नमः. मां रक्ष रक्ष परिपाहि परिपाहि मम बाह्याभ्यन्तर स्थूल सूक्ष्म कारण समस्त शत्रून् अस्मिन् क्षणे एव निर्मूलय निर्मूलय. मम आध्यात्मिकानुभवं प्रति प्रचोदनं कृत्वा अस्मिन् क्षणे एव परमात्मानुभवं चिदाकाशानुभवं प्रदेहि प्रदेहि. तथा च ओम श्री आकाशदेवाय नमः. सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकहैन्दवसंस्कृतेः संरक्षणम् अभिवृद्धिं विश्वव्याप्तिं कुरु. तदन्तर्गतेन समस्तशत्रूणां समूलनिर्मूलनं कुरु कुरु स्वाहा. ओम श्री आकाशदेवाय नमः. 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 Om Shri Akasha Devaya Namaha. Om Shri Akasha Devaya Namaha. Om Shri Akasha Devaya Namaha. Thus, our mantra today extended to the Paramatma in the form of this most beautiful, infinite, Stula Sukshma Atma Swarupa Akash. Let us do our third topic of the common sense thought. These are the six things. Keep in mind, all of us know it once more. What are the six things? Know, KNOW, desire, do, achieve, maintain, and improve upon. Keep on developing, keep on improving. These are the six things with which our life becomes fulfilled through moment by moment evolution. First, know it. Know what are there in this world, what are the things worthy of achieving. From mundane Vyavahara required level to the ultimate, that thing which fulfills our life. We must know. And as we evolve in life, from these mundane things, our attention should be shifted to the higher, the diviner. So know it that it is there. And then desire it. After the jnana shakti, knowledge, desire. Desire for it. Very important because desire is a prompter for us to work. Although desire is so negative, if the desire is not there, then we will never wake up from the sleep only. That's why the Bhagavan gave us the Shakti, the Kamana Shakti. But we misuse it. What to desire, that maturity should be there with us. So desire, Artha and Kama. Then work for it. Without working, it won't come. Remember, there are three things. One, our working and getting them. Two, stealing. Third, borrowing from others. You cannot continuously steal. We can't borrow from others. How long anybody will give us the loan? So those two are rejected. Borrowing and stealing. In the borrowing only the begging comes. Drop all. Only our work gives us result. Even the Lord's blessings are only after our work of worshipping Him, isn't it? Our work of deserving. Lord also, when we pray, will not give just like that anything. He makes us work, toil for it, sweat for it. Then only He gives it. Okay? So the desire के बाद our action should be there. Then when we act, definitely we achieve it. Up to this, all of us know. Knowing, desiring, acting, achieving. Many. But the next two things are the ones required to be remembered more and more. We forget it. We underestimate it or we don't value those two things. What is that? Whatever is achieved, we have to have again the efforts to maintain it also. जो पाया हमने उसको पकड़ के रखना है, संभाल के रखना है. Maintaining means whatever you have achieved, you should be maintaining it also. Then more beautiful thing is, as a human being, with all the intelligence given, etc., we can even improve upon it also. Focus on that. Maintenance and improvement. Many times up to achievement level we reach. Thereafter we become relaxed. Because of the relaxation, we are not able to maintain it. Therefore the achievements go away. That also, like the other day we gave example, maybe yesterday, up to the freedoms gaining was the goal. Freedom gaining was the goal. And they all worked, the moderates, the extremists, everybody's contribution put together. We got the freedom. But after that, what is the next improvement aspect? That was never thought. Therefore, everybody become bhogi and licentious. Country also was not valued. Mutually also we lost the love and all. The Sanatana Dharma anyway was the first one to be victimized, to be troubled. See the effect of it. After freedom, the goal of continuously developing country in all its aspects and the Atma of this Bharata Mata, the Sanatana Dharma. They were neglected. That itself shows the ones who were leading were the fools, number one. That they have rejected, neglected, devalued, insulted, humiliated the heart of the whole universe called as Sanatana Dharma, where the spiritual goal is indicated with all the means. If anybody neglects the spirituality, he is not a visionary. He is not complete in his maturity. He may be great in the other aspects, great plans, schemes planned for the country's population, the economic development of them, the comforts for them, the health for them, the outer education for them, the facilities, the transports. So all bhautika hi hai na. Everything is gross body related only. A king who doesn't have the vision of spirituality, he is a liability to that country people. Unfortunately, they are that they have such rajas. That rajas made all schemes are binding praja to be only dehatadhatmya. Unfortunate that we had only the leaders who are always either in constitution or in the governmental rules doing only those things, just following and competing with other countries which have just born. For them, artha, kama, and bhoga alone is the way. They have just come from the Pashu. We have the ancient spiritual evolutionary history of ours, our Shastras and all. हाँ, उसको neglect ही कर दिया. Now a day has come where crores of Hindu youngsters growing without knowing their roots, without knowing the traditions, culture, spirituality, even minimum things also. You know, worst and worst. Even now it's going on. The proper value importance given to the dharma is not given. एक आध राम मंदिर बनाने से नहीं बनता बात. Lot of things to be done. In the same way, at our individual level also, we talk it this way. Three, four examples. Whatever the efforts we have put, we don't know. We have got the human life, isn't it? Nay, should we not maintain the dignity of human being? Or should we behave lower than this? Serious question it is. Sincere question. Can be raised and discussed publicly if the people are ready. But if they are happy to be animalistic, they reject to this discussion. Never stop discussing with others. Think for oneself. I am human being. Should I not maintain human dignity? Of showing the intellectual maturity of taking along with me the entire world. I and me is a Pashu Pravritti. Because Pashus only sharira dadatma, मेरे को जीना है बस. That's why you see some animals, even they throw away their own children, kids, while they are eating the food. पहले उसको अपना पेट भरना होता है. Their maturity level is like that. It is only human who can think for all, think for others, work for others. Always. That's a human maturity. Shouldn't I maintain that? Then growth beyond the human, becoming divine. What we have achieved, maintain it and think about how to improve upon. As a human being, we talked about. And then in the human life, whatever the resources, the wealth, you have known, you have desired, you have worked, you have earned. But maintain it also, no? मिल गया पैसे तो बट उसका खर्चा करके खत्म कर दी और काम रोक दिया उसे नहीं होता. We have to maintain also, we have to see that it keeps on improving. है ना? In the same way, your status in the society. You worked hard and reached your position. Then continue working like that to maintain it. And you see, can I improve upon that? A power and position and rightly utilized. That drishti keeps us working. The problem is what? The moment the vision or drishti or the goal is gone out of the sight, all the positively working faculties lose that inspiration, then what becomes? The disorder of the day is only indulgences and lazinesses. Like on the working day, get up, take bath, take breakfast, and run to the schools, colleges, and offices. The holiday day, because there is no goal, not even willing to get up only. Nothing is achieved on that day because there is no goal in front, no vision in front. So a human being is to be kept himself on the toes by trying to maintain what he has achieved. Achieving is great. We are talking about the next two things. Having achieved, maintain it. Having maintained, try to improve upon it. So we spoke about the human life, we spoke about the wealth aspect, we spoke about our position in the society. Then the other two, three things, needless to say, you all know the health aspect with lots of diet controls, with lots of medications or exercises. You brought your body's health to a bit good position. But that is not sufficient. The other two things, maintenance of it for the long time. So to every time trying to improve upon the body's strength levels, agility levels, etc. Sharir ki baat. In the same way, we can talk about the values. Knowing that the value oriented life is really valuable life. Desire to be a person full of values. Work for it. And at least those 10, 12 values out of hundreds should become our habits. In today's world, talk about the value based educations, value based managements, etc. But that is at a very low level. What they define the value as is continuous constant gross profits. They have not risen to the discussion about the values to a higher level. What is the things taught that in the value based management things? How we have to earn more money. Only that much. Or sometimes for that factory or companies, growth, improvement, what are to be done. Beyond that, they don't go. Whenever you have to think about the values, you have to take the entire universe into account. Then only you will understand the values. Our Shastras give those values to us. The Adveshta Sarvabhutana Maitra Karunayavacha and the Amanitvam Adambitvam, which we are going to study today in our evening Tulsi Ramayana class. So to the Avayam Sattva Samshuddhihi. So out of these so many values, few values I have adopted. Then don't compromise, maintain them. Then try to improve upon them. So know, desire, work, achieve, maintain, improve. Six things. After the values are discussed about, then the other important things is the achievement, maintenance, and improving upon of stability of our mind, purity of the mind, calmness and quietness of the mind, the various, love, forgiveness, etc., the great qualities of the mind, they also have to be achieved by us. Some of us achieve it, but we lose it. It has to be maintained. The peace of the mind, gaining, maintaining, and making right use of that peaceful mind is the improving upon it aspect. So too, these spiritual knowledges we are gaining every day. It's a gain. You are coming here, sitting here for 1 hour. So, having learned this, are we maintaining that knowledge within our mind throughout the day? Are we inspired from that knowledge? Are we wanting to be practical in this knowledge? These are the things. Improving upon is implementing the knowledge that is gained here. After the conviction gained through sufficient contemplation, sufficient inquiry. What is said, first understand it. Is it great? Think and understand it. Then, is it required for me? Think and understand. Once understood, it's required. Then bring it into life. In this way, our Guru Bhakti, our Daiva Bhakti, our Shastra Bhakti, having gained them, maintain them. Our Jnanams, having gained them, maintain them and try to improve upon. You know, Trying to improve upon brings out newer and newer skills in us, makes our intellect more and more thought oriented, more and more matured. हमेशा एक कामयाब बंदा what is next stage, what is next step, he goes on thinking. Generally people get stagnant in their thinking. जो मिला वो ठीक है, क्लर्क जॉब मिला है, आई एम हैप्पी विथ इट, अपने टाइम पे प्रमोशंस आएंगे. Many are like that, but a few people are there. Are there any departmental internal exams with which I can go to next stage? So he works for it and he goes ahead. Everywhere there are possibilities of improvement. Few are the ones who have guts to think about it and work towards that continuously. So maintain it and go on improving upon it. So too your sadhanas. Have you come up to the level of doing the upasanas? Maintain it. Improve upon that sadhana's depth. Are you constant in your japa sadhana? You have achieved doing it every day? Yes. Maintain it. Don't give it up. Improve upon it. How best that japa sadhana can be done. Swadhyaya manana chintana you are able to do every day. Wow, what an achievement it. You have achieved it. It's an achievement of many, many, many lives of struggle. Maintain it. Don't compromise. Improve upon it. How subtler, how deeper can be my these spiritual sadhanas. Isn't it? In this way. Last but not the least, most important to talk about which alone all these things discussed so far are, have you decided yourself to be spiritual being? Or still you are thinking yourself to be a individual of this world, struggling like any other individual. To be in that competition of the outer bhoga, etc. Or are we rising above that standard, coming to the higher standard? I am not an individuality struggling to succeed in the outer materialistic things. Now my goal is spiritual. If at all, as a result of so many years of Vedanta Shravana, this thought happens that primarily, basically, I am spiritual. Then, out of obligation, out of other necessities, I am also the part of the world. First, I am spiritual. That maturity, if it comes to us, other than the spiritual seeking identity, everything else is less meaningful, more meaningless. That you are an individual with this or that academic education, a power position, some money gained, and have your wife, husband, children, and one day die. What is the meaning in that? Is there anything greater, substantial? 95% of people live like that only. That is little better than Pashu. Otherwise, Pashu only. What is little better? You work hard to gain more comforts. That's it. More sukha, bhoga. भोग मिलता है हमको पशुओं से ज्यादा. उसके अलावा what is the meaning in that life? Just imagine your father or mother or grandfather, grandmother or uncles, pinkles, whichever are there, they died. Achieving what? We may also die one day. Is that the way the life is lived, to be lived for? That was the powerful thought with which Sri Nachiketa defeated his father, in the sense, don't take in the negative term, negative sense, and went to Yamaraj. All that has not been said in the Kathopanishad mantras, because the Upanishad is aimed at Brahma Vidya, but one can understand that when the father said to the child, Vrutyavetva dadami, I am giving you to Lord Yama. The child said, okay. He went inside, bought his bag, whatever. He started going. Then the father looked at, while giving the pathetic cows in Dakshina, the father saw, hey, kahan ja raha hai? What are you asking, Papa? You only told. I am given to Lord Yama, so I am going. This father is stunned. Then he does all the pleading. Are, I am saving all these good cows and wealth for you only. You are my son, only son. How can you go? All of that he pleaded. You know, so much of discussion might have happened. But one sentence is what is mentioned as highlight, which I am quoting here, which we have taken as reference for in this context. The word Nachiketa says is Sasyamiva Martyaha Pachyate Sasyamiva Ajayate Punaha. He says the other things also. Anupashyata Purve Pratipashya Tatha Pare. Sasyamiva Martyaha Pachyate Sasyamiva Ajayate Punaha. You know, it has lot of meanings. The lowest meaning we are taking. Ki, the blade of grass born, a plant born, it has not achieved anything for itself nor became so great. Bas mar gaya ek din. That way I don't want to die like a blade of grass. I am an individual, I am a human being. Sky is not the limit for my possibilities. I'll go in pursuit of that. Think about that example. Sasyamiva marteha pachyate. Sasyamiva ajayate punah. Again the blade of grass comes. Means birth and death will automatically happen. But what are my conscious efforts? I am having that consciousness, I am having abilities, I have an opportunities in front. I don't want to live like that. I want to achieve something noble, substantial. Listening to this, पहले पिताजी शर्मा गए होंगे कि मैं क्या कर रहा था कर. He went. In the same way, for you and I also, what is that achievement in this world? Every achievement is shunya only. Millions have come and gone. Who stood out first for themselves and also for the world are the spiritual giants. So therefore, in our life, are we living like the blade of grass, only one day to die and throughout life, only catering to the gross bhoga needs, requirements, and only such type of relativities with the world around? Or are we rising above it? Did our scriptural spiritual listening help us in finding that vision, that goal or not? नहीं हुआ तो you are बदकिस्मत and whatever, what can I do? If it has happened, that my goal is spiritual unfoldment. All other are secondary. Maintain it then. Improve upon it by giving more and more time, more and more depth to spiritual activities. Increase it. To begin with, make morning 2 and evening 2 hours exclusively spiritual thought contemplation. At the time, nothing of the worldly things I'll allow. The remaining 18-20 hours, lot of because so many obligations attend. At least these 2 hours, be a sannyasi. I have nothing to do with this world. I have only a spiritual goal. At the time, study Shastra, contemplate on it, meditate on it, be a sakshi, be a witness. Those 2 hours. Once the time is over, yes, you attend your duties, jo bhi hai. Then slowly improve upon that. From 2 hours, make it 4, 6. Maximum पूरा time इसी के लिए है. Only when required, I go there. This is the improvement we have to achieve as a spiritual seeker in our life. Are we doing that? Let us do that. So, knowing, doing, achieving, knowing, desiring, doing, achieving, maintaining and improving upon. Finally, within ourselves, the sadhakatva we have to achieve, the sadhakatva we have to improve. The sadhana beginning we have to achieve, we have to improve upon the sadhana to be done. And for us, the sadhya is only one, the Paramatma Tattva, the Adhisthana Tattva. Although it is right now vague, because it is beyond any gunas to be comprehended by any upadhis, yet Shruti Mata, our rishis are telling about the presence of that truth beyond. It is experiential. उसको लक्ष्य बनाते जाओ, दृढ़ बनाते जाओ, उसके लिए प्रयत्न करना शुरू करें. All else is million times done by us, but still it has never given us the complete fulfillment. The real fulfillment is only in reaching to that spiritual perfection. So, in this way, today, the 6 thoughts we discussed about knowing, desiring, doing, achieving. These are commonly known. But the other two are maintaining and improving upon. These are also struggles. Like I got a human life. Maintain, we said, by living a human dignity life, dignified life. Improving upon is what? When we do lots of punya karma, seva karma, upasana karma, then in our next life it will be more improved. In the sense, the health wise will be better, the family we are born will be more spiritual, the samskaras will be good, the friend circle will be like that. इसको कहते हैं improved life. पुण्य करो प्रार्थना करो तो होता है. In the same way, spiritual achievement is most important. We discussed at length, 6 minutes we spent, that I am spiritual sadhaka primarily, basically. If that has come, maintain it, improve upon it. While doing so, use all the knowledge that is being shared from such long period of 5 6 years about the limitations of the world, worldly relations and all. You know, though it appears to be non-acceptable or non-catchable to the newcomers, but those are regularly listening about the truth, they can understand it. What is that? As we told the other day too, the same thought. I, as an individuality myself, is mithya, is unnecessary bondage. Such I, the individuality, strengthening my bondage again by valuing the other individualities and troubling them also by blocking their spiritual growth. Because when I'm attached to some other individual, he will have to attach to me also. Then his sadhana chaupat ho gaya na, mere karan. Can you catch this subtle thought? Like you are there in my life. I cannot attach to you, which will block my growth and your growth also. My vision should be what? As much I have to aim at my spiritual goal, you also should reach to that ultimate reality. That is my maturity. That is my respect, love for you. Isn't it? Extend it. Everybody in our life should grow spiritually. For that, get freedom from them by detaching, give them to freedom. That's called Viveka. That's called Vairagya. You know? When it is required, we are available to sort out the problems or crisis. Please remember, don't become an entertainment piece to the world. Don't take the world also as piece of entertainment. Don't be an entertainer. That time is gone. You are grown now. You are matured. Your visions and goals have to be always spiritual. Work towards it. You know? Just imagine the great Mahatmas like Gurudev and all. They lived the ultimate truth. They taught that only. They never bound anyone. You know? Did Gurudev bind anyone? He might have met millions of people in his life. सबको परमात्मा तत्व का लक्ष्य देकर ही चले गए वो. Neither he bound anyone nor he got. He just freely in that spiritual reality only was revealing. That should be our adarsha. That should be our goal. है ना? नहीं क्या? Only look at the worldly people and take them as the goals, the worldly things. Again फिर फंस गए हैं. Means the Vedanta is not digested. Spirituality is not digested. The Shastra is not digested. The Shastrokta Adhisthana Tattva Jnanam has not been received. Such ones alone still can have the worldly things and beings as the goal. Others, Sasyamiva Bhartya Bhachyate, Sasyamiva Ajayate Punaha, May Chala. Everybody is afraid of death, he goes to the death only. From the death, he gains the knowledge of deathlessness, the immortality. That is Nachiketa. For me, नचिकेत से बढ़कर वेदांत में दूसरा कोई एग्जाम्पल ही नहीं. अल्टीमेट बाकी से ऑल आर गुड एग्जाम्पल्स सेकंड थर्ड लेवल. फर्स्ट इज नचिकेत. हाँ, wonderful it is. So these are our thoughts of common sense today. Thank you. Om 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 Sahana Bhavatu Namo Brahmadibhyo Yairime Guruvihi Purvam Shankaram Shankaracharyam Nidhaye Sarvavidyanam Shruti Smriti Purananam Om Bhavayeva Bhavaniti Me Nitaram ब्रह्मानंदम परम सुखदम परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मत् गुरुभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं धर्म संस्थापकानां नित्यनिरन्तर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुविघ्न शाश्वत समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः धर्म मोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठा अवाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सनातन धर्म संस्थापना स्वीय साधना सत्कर्मसु नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्रीराम मंदिरवत शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रतिभक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थमनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं पारायणम् अथ षष्ठोऽध्यायः। Let us chant from 13, 14, 15. Om. No, 10, 11, 12. Om yastantu nabhaiva tantubihi pradhanajaihi svabhavatah deva ekah svamavrunoto sano dadhat brahmapyayam eko devah sarvabhuteshu gudhah सर्वव्यापी सर्वभूतांतरात्मा कर्माध्यक्षः सर्वभूताधिवासः साक्षी चेता केवलो निर्गुणश्च एको वशी निष्क्रियाणां बहूनाम् एकं बीजं बहुधा यः करोति तमात्मस्थं येनुपश्यन्ति धीराः तेषां सुखं शाश्वतं नेतरेषाम्. See, whenever I chant these mantras, I always feel that feeling that how wonderful it would be if the entire Sanatana Dharmins of 100 crores all are aware of this Veda Upanishad mantras, and through that, they're all the Tattvajnas, the Jivan Muktas living in this world. Isn't it? How wonderful it is. That extreme is the aim, vision, and ambition. The other extreme is what? We so unfortunate. The age is passing. Everything we are doing, achieving, indulging. But the main thing called as entering into the Upanishadic Vidya, allowing the Upanishadic Vidya to enter into our hearts, in that we are failing. And how many crores and crores of we, the Hindus, do not even know that the Upanishads exist. Such a wonderful, sublime knowledge is there. In and through every mantra, with all the seriousness and sincerity and love and compassion, the rishis have given us the ultimate goal and the means for that. How genuine they are, how serious they are, how sincere they are. When you read those mantras, you feel that कि कितना तड़प है उनका, कितना sincerity. You know, a gross example of the homemaker women, with how much sincerity for years together she makes food for the people at home. See her sincerity. जब सुबह चाय बनाती है, खाना बनाती है, she is dedicating her life because time is life. A very gross example. Same are our rishis at the highest level. When you study each of these Upanishads or our Smriti Grantha, Purana, Itihasa, उनमें उन ऋषियों का पूरा जान जी पूरा दे दिया उन्होंने. जी और जान कहते हैं ना, they have dedicated and we are not aware of it. That shows how immature, foolish, buddhu we are and the system which is guiding us. Again, we said the same thing 10 minutes back. The whole system is guiding us to be a bhogi. Hindu and a bhogi, they don't go together. Hindu has to be yogi only. The Sanatana Dharmika Artha, a yogi of values, Karma Yogi, Jnana Bhakti Yogi, Ashtanga Yogi, Jnana Yogi, and Mukta Purusha. Ours is straight. Being a Hindu, not knowing about spirituality is sheer humiliation and insult. That's how the system is misguiding, training us. Whole system. We have to all become aware of it. Come out of that system and enter into the system of spiritual evolution. So many gurus, Mahatmas are continuously catering to that. Find one of them, be into that. Otherwise, life is wasted. If it's okay for you, what can anybody do? See that? Wow. Anyway, when the Yoga Vasishtha Maharamayana is studied, the kindness of Valmiki ji, that the entire Samvada between Rama and Vasishtha, he has put. Imagine 32,000 श्लोक लिखने के लिए कितना मेहनत लगाओ. See the glorious effort of Vyasaji. You know, how many lakhs and lakhs of shlokas he has to compose to write all these 108 Puranas, they say they are there. Their Smriti Granthas, every one of them. Don't you see their hard work in that? Don't we see their compassion, love, their concern for us? What did they wanted from it for themselves? They don't want anything. They are Purna. They just love and compassion for us. But we are alien to this. You know, how see we are systematically misguided and destroyed by the system, the education system, the governmental policy system. Let the entire Hindus awaken, fight with these governments, and make it that these Shastras, values, dharmas are taught everywhere and see to it that they are practiced. The whole world of Hindus, at least every day, 1 hour, should sit for meditation, should chant Omkara, should study the mantras of Vedanta, Upanishad. Imagine kaisa hoga. Not one day in a year at 21 June doing some yoga asanas for physical body health. That is a micro minimum beginning, that's it. Your health of the body with yoga asanas is not important. What do you do with that healthy body? Thank God something happened, but I don't give big importance to that. All चोर गुंडे योगा करके हेल्थी बन के और भी देश को लूट रहे. That is unexpected side effect. होता है वो. But this one, imagine whole world of Hindus. That was there. That was Brahma Muhurta Dhyana Kala. After that, the Yajna Kala, then the Upasana Kala. They were all doing in their own houses. That's how the glory of Bharata Mata, Sanatana Dharma. Sara family, 4 baje उठेगा. They get all the things prepared. And then they sit for those things. Their yajna, their upasana. After finishing their individual internal sadhanas. Must. Then they are seen in the world outside, working together again for the grosser requirements. Upanishadic life should be life. All of us should seek it, desire. मैं तो कर रहा हूँ भैया. Oh Bhagwan, quickly shift from this rush and gush of madness of materialism and extrovertedness. Pull me into that. Tattva Shravana, Tattva Manana, Tattva Chintana, Tattva Dhyana, Tattva Anubhuti, Tattva Nishtha. Indra Adhisthana, let me. It is all projected in Maya. It has no end at all. In this, the entire Maya and the Devatas are befooling us and laughing and giggling, making us cartoons. है ना, हमें इस माया में फंसा के हम जब यहाँ दुखी हो रहे हमें देखकर हंस रहे वहां. We are all lost in it. And by our own choice, by our wisdom, we can come out also. So, just when I was chanting that mantra, how powerful it was. Nitya, Nitya, Anam, all that. Felt what a knowledge it is. How the people are not seeking it. How they are missing it. Oh, itna immaturity. In the materialistic bhoga, so much of growth. I don't call it as maturity. When it comes to the real mukti giving adhyatmika sadhana, at zero level, isn't it? And we are that, and we are making our children, grandchildren like that only. Ask your grandchild, एक श्लोक बोलो रे. Your grandchild buffalo of 25 years. 25 years he lived so successfully without learning in one sloka. By mistake, he learns, let us say, one shloka or ask the meaning. I don't know, I was only taught the shloka. Shalok, shlok bhi nahi hota wo. If he knows meaning by mistake, ask him, or is he practicing? That's what is being born as Sanatan Dharmin, such a great fortune. Still, the misfortune invoked. Realize these things. Convince yourself, isn't it? Then slowly work for one's own evolution and help the world also. That's the purpose of this channel and these shoutings throughout the day. Yes, we have done our Vedic chanting, our mantra dhyanam, our common sense thought, our Shanti Guru Parampara mantras, and the Sankalpa we did, and we chanted the Upanishad mantra. The seventh topic is studying the Upanishad. Om Vedante Paramam Guhyam Pura Kalpe Prachodhitam Na Prashantaya Dathavyam Na Putraya Shishyaya Va Punah. Again, Vedante Paramam Guhyam Pura Kalpe Prachodhitam Na Prashantaya Dathavyam Na Putraya Shishyaya Va Punah. What is that which we have to seek? Paramam, supreme reality. Where is it there? Guhyam, secretly hidden. Where? Vedante. Is it hidden, that's all? No. Pura kalpe prachodhitam. Right from the beginning of creation, even before Pura kalpas also, the Gurus were desirous of teaching. There were the very genuine seekers too. Continuously, though less in number, but that Guru Shishya Parampara went on passing on this, though Guhyam, this Parama Jnanam. Guhyam hai secret, Param hai supreme. They taught it. Vedante Paramam Guhyam Purakalpe Prachodit. And lucky even in this terrible Kali Yuga also there are some people who teach Brahma Vidya. The hundreds of ashramas are there. Thank God, Bharata Mata ki jai. All the sadhu, sannyasi, jnanis, पढ़ाते ही जाते डेली लगे रहते ours also we too through this channel we do Bhagavan only is making us to Vedante paramam guhyam pura kalpe prachot. Now the second line is na aprashantaya datavyam. Who is aprashanta? The one whose chitta is filled with ragadi mala kalush. So who is the deserving student? Whose chitta is prashanta. Why? Because all the ragadi mala gone away. Then aputraya shishyaya. Putra we said as obedient. Shishya is total saranagata. Okay. To substantiate it, two quotations are given by Bhagavan Shankara. We saw it. Plenty are there. He gave two. In fact, all our scriptural literature में हमें the deserving disciple with all his qualities दिखते. Okay. Some of them at the time of listening they are deserving. They listened. Later on, their samskaras overpowered. For the time being, their sadhana got postponed. But later on, these samskaras have uh, surfaced and they became sadhakas. One example is what we are studying in Yoga Vasishtam. Brahmana Vasishta. He became Raja Padma. He became again Raja Vidurat. Then now he'll be going back to Padma Sharira, but with his spiritual samskaras, he will realize self only, get moksha. So here the two examples are of the Prashna Upanishad, Bhuya eva tapasa brahmacharyena shraddhaya samvatsaram samvatsyatha. So in Chandogya Upanishad, the son and father, Aruna and Shwetaketu. So to Bhrugu and Varuna in our Taittiriya Upanishad, in the third Bhrugu Valli, Bhrugurvai Varunihi. Varunam Pitaram Upasasara. So many of the quotations are there where, as said here, the gurus ensured that the disciples to whom they are teaching Brahma Vidya are Prashanta, Putravat, obedient, and Shishyavat, totally surrendered. They trained them. Luckily, those children also came in their innocence, made use of that innocence by Sharanagati to be taught by the Guru, not giving chance to the arrogance. Arrogance has no meaning logic. If you are inadvertent, it will come. Once it comes, वो पूरा थाली को खराब कर देता है जिंदगी वाले थाली को सत्यानाश the ego once comes dangerous it is है ना ego को आने नहीं देना I am a jiva struggling I have to realize the self let me be on this path what is the meaning of ego in any front सोपाधिक जीवा ignorance से I am suffering as a samsari through karma होला जन्म मरण I have to realize my essential self to get out of all this nonsense where the ego ka chance nowhere. So these disciples maintained that egolessness, so they were taught. Many of them. So one example is of this Prashna Upanishad. Second one was Ekashatam Havai Varshani Prajapato Magavan Brahmacharyam Uvasa. Bhagavan Indra Prajapato in the ashrama Prajapati Uvasa stayed Brahmacharyam with all the disciplines Ekashatam Varshani 101 years. But in one life only achieved it. For all of us also, 1,000 years it will take. Every life, if you say 2 years, so 500 years, 500 lives it will take. Every life's total sadhana, if you calculate it to be 2 years, wala, then it becomes 500 lives. He achieved in one life of 101 साल. तो हमें तो और ज़्यादा ही लगते हैं. बट वी आर नॉट टोटली डेडिकेटेड इनटू इट देयरफॉर थोड़ा थोड़ा करते हैं तो इकट्ठा होता जा रहा है ना लाइक द होल सैलरी इफ समबडी सेव्स विदाउट यूजिंग इट इवन फॉर भोजन देन द मनी विल ग्रो अब 99% तुम खर्चा कर रहे हो 1 रुपया वहां डाल रहे हो तो वो 1 ही रुपये होगा सो दैट सैलरी इज और ह्यूमन लाइफ द होल ह्यूमन लाइफ इफ यू डेडिकेट फॉर स्पिरिचुअलिटी क्विकली द ग्रोथ 95% we are spending only as a कामी भोगी अर्थी 5% इधर उधर कहीं क्लास में जाते हो कहीं किताब 2 मिनट पढ़ के रख देते हो that also don't go waste but not sufficient in this way yeah from Indra's example this we can learn 101 years he was continuously with his brahmacharyadi diksha with that Prajapati ji to learn the Brahma Vidya so in that 101 years Guru has taught him Prashantata and made him Putra and Shishya Rupa with surrender and total obedience. Then he gave Brahma Vidya. Right? Even if Guru gives and even if we are there to listen, still if these qualities are not there in us, that knowledge transformation will not have, transfer will not happen. Guru's given knowledge won't be received by us. Therefore, Prashantaya, Putraya, Shishyaya eva datavya. Okay, iti cha. Then एतच्च बहुधा प्रपंचितम उपदेश सहस्रिकायाम इति this guru shishya and shishya lakshanas is exhaustively taught in upadesha sahasri iti this because of that atra here some kocha krutaha not vyakocha vyakocha means exhaustively explaining sankocha means concise way precise way telling us in a precise form I taught here, but in my text Upadesha Sahasri, this topic I have exhaustively explained. Okay. And in this Na Putraya, Na Shishyaya, Prashantaya ko, add the earlier shloka said thing also. That what this Shwethashwathara Rishi has taught this Brahma Vidya to Atyashrami. That Atyashrami only is called here as Prashanta. If it's not Atyashrami, is equal not Prashanta, Aprashanta, don't waste your time in giving that knowledge to him. He will not receive it. In this way, this most beautiful enchanting mantra wise concludes. We offer it at the feet of the Lord. Now comes the last mantra, the 23rd. परमेश्वर और गुरु में श्रद्धा भक्ति रखने वाले शिष्य के प्रति किए गए उपदेश की सफलता है ना. इफ अपुत्र अशिष्य, if he is given aprashanta, the vidya becomes waste, no, given by the guru. Same way, to whom the vidya given becomes fruitful. To whom, when the vidya is given, becomes fruitful. That is the theme of this last 23rd mantra. And who is the one who has got Parama Bhakti to Paramatma and the Guru? To him, when this Jnanam is given, it becomes fruitful to him. है ना. परमेश्वर और गुरु में, इन परमेश्वर as well as in Guru, श्रद्धा भक्ति रखने वाले, the Shishya who has utmost श्रद्धा and भक्ति, ऐसे शिष्य के प्रति किए गए उपदेश, the teachings that are given to such disciple, उपदेश की सफलता, alone is successful. Okay, so tomorrow 1 or 2 lines of Sambandha Bhashya, then we enter into the mantra Adhyanam. 2 days I will take, tomorrow and day after, maybe one more, I don't know. I don't know. When we sit there, when the topic comes, then only. उसके बाद ये उपनिषद संपन्न होएगा, मंगलारती करके we do our next Chandogya, the very next day. Big one it is. If this small Upanishad took us 900 days, 850, 900, so how much Chandogya takes, I don't know, but why should we worry? Come every day, sit 1 hour, remember Brahma Tattva, Shastra, Satsanga, Guru Upadesha, there are means. The goal is, are we educated and reminded and guided about the Brahma Tattva or not? That is the main. Om 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 Purnamadaha Shruti Matre Namaha Tatsat Brahmarpanam Astu. Let us study Gita for some time. Om.